Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back for another video. The market is just kind of crabbing along. It's gotten very boring and very predictable. And so I've just wanted to decide, I don't think this is going to last much longer. There are certain things, looking at Bollinger Bands, looking at a bunch of things, looking at funding, that makes me think that this isn't going to go on forever, but it has been a very boring start to the new year and even, the end of last year. And so I decided, how about I give an update on Litecoin. And I get questions about Litecoin every day. I get multiple questions and comments, some declarations saying, ha ha ha, it's over. You were wrong about Litecoin. And the thing that I've realized, this is a learning experience for me, because there are two things that I have that a large majority don't have, a large majority of you don't have with Litecoin. One is conviction. There is very little doubt in my mind that Litecoin is going to do what I say it's going to do. What I believe it's going to do. Well, not what I say it's going to. That's kind of, a little bit too bold. But, what I believe it's going to do. There is, at the very least, that Litecoin would do some kind of spike like it always does. Will it be paradigm changing? I'm more flexible on that. But I do believe that this will be a paradigm shift, that you're going to look back on Litecoin, on these days with Litecoin, and realize that no, it actually does fit very well as digital silver to Bitcoin's digital gold, which means that, in my opinion, given the fact that there is 4 times as much Litecoin as Bitcoin, but they have the exact same tokenomics, they have halvings, et cetera, and that it's actually it's easier to handle Litecoin, to transfer and everything. It's cheaper, it's faster. Given all those things, in my opinion, Litecoin should at least be 1/8 the price of Bitcoin. And I do believe that one day Litecoin will be 1/8 the price of Bitcoin. Look at where Bitcoin is now. 46,000, let's just say $48,000. It's easy to do that. If Litecoin was 1/8 the price of Bitcoin, that would mean we'd have an $8,000 Litecoin. And I believe that day will come in the future. When in the future? It's not going to come, tomorrow. It's not going to be a week or a year. It's not going to be a year. But the day is coming. And maybe it's when, there's no Bitcoin available on exchanges. Maybe that's the day. 4 years from now, 8 years from now, the day is coming, I believe, when Litecoin will have its proper place in comparison to Bitcoin. And so heavy, heavy conviction. And so I am willing to ride it out for a long period of time. The other thing that I would say that a lot of you do not have, and I am getting so tired of it because of the fact that it's just compounding on me, okay? It's just every day, multiple comments. Are you still bullish on Litecoin? It's like, if nothing happened for 2 years, my conviction would not change. Something's going to happen within 2 years, okay? But this is the thing that I have too. I have conviction in patience. It's like, if I had known how impatient some of you would be, I just would have kept this to myself. I would have never talked about Litecoin. And so I've been thinking about making this video for a while. And Brian Husted, congratulations. You are the one who kind of pushed me over the edge to make this video. Guys, don't do this. Especially this. I mean, you're going to comment on my Twitter. If I didn't say this, you're now going to say something different, or you're going to unfollow me altogether. But if I didn't say what I know exactly what you would say, because I'm not happy seeing this. It's super obnoxious. And what you would say, if I'm not predicting what you would say, is, LOL, bro, it was just a joke. Why can't you take a joke? And now you're going to say something entirely different. Guys, stop. All right. If you are not willing to do your own research and to build the same conviction that I have, and to have the same patience that I have, then just sell your Litecoin and put your money somewhere else, somewhere more sexy. Go for Atom, Cosmos, go for Algorand. Honestly, that's probably better for short-term gains. Cosmos and Algorand. There's probably better options for short-term gains. If you want short-term gains, get out of Litecoin. Especially for this reason. When are we going to see new all-time highs again for Bitcoin? Because here's the thing that I've been saying over and over again with Litecoin. Bitcoin has to cross and hold its all-time high, and then we'll start seeing Litecoin outperform Bitcoin like crazy. And so when are we going to see a new all-time high for Bitcoin? What if it doesn't happen, given everything that's going on in the landscape, the financial landscape with the Federal Reserve? What if Bitcoin doesn't hit an all-time high the first 6 months of the year? Then no, Litecoin's not going to do anything. Then that is a possibility that Bitcoin won't hit an all-time high until, maybe until September, maybe until 2023. And if that's the case, I am perfectly fine holding my Litecoin, and I know a lot of you aren't. And so, maybe, why don't you go for Cosmos? Why don't you go for, there's plenty of cryptocurrencies that I think on a shorter term will do better. I'm not selling any of my Litecoin though. So Litecoin Bitcoin chart. This is what I'm seeing, massive all-time descending wedge. And you can look at this chart and be pessimistic and be like, Litecoin's dying, bro. And it's like, I'm telling you, it's not dying. But we have in Litecoin's history, these huge spikes in comparison to Bitcoin. Huge spike, huge spike, huge spike. Even in, 2019, huge spike. Even if we didn't see some kind of new paradigm with the Litecoin to Bitcoin valuation, I would expect that we would at least get to a 0.01 Litecoin to Bitcoin valuation. That is worst case scenario in my mind. So let's say Bitcoin goes to $100,000. It doubles. Let's just say, Bitcoin doubles. That means it's 6x for Litecoin. That's, I think Bitcoin's going to more than double before the next halving. Sometime in 2022, maybe 2023, I think Bitcoin's going to more than double. That means that Litecoin's around $1,000, $900, something like that. Worst case scenario. But I could see something, it's probably not going to be to the extent of Doge, but here's the Dogecoin to Bitcoin chart. I've shared this before. Doge and Litecoin are very similar in the fact that they are both script technology cryptocurrencies. And so, you go to coin360.com and you see they are paired right next to each other. You have Doge and you have Litecoin. Doge is not superior to Litecoin, and Doge had this paradigm shift. Litecoin is a superior product to Doge. Why did Doge have this paradigm shift? You're going to say Elon Musk. And yes, Elon Musk contributed to this, but even without Elon Musk, at the very least, this would have happened. And this right here, that little pump right there, is a massive gain. I mean, Doge was my best performing asset over 2020. Over 2021, over the period of 2021. It did a 250x from when I bought it. And so, no, Litecoin's not going to do a 250x because Elon Musk is not talking about Litecoin. But even if it just did this, that is enormous. That is this. That's a 0.05 Litecoin to Bitcoin valuation. That is, let me think. Let me do the math real quick. That's a 15x in comparison to Bitcoin. That is on the table. That is absolutely on the table. The question is when. And, even worst case scenario, 0.01 Litecoin to Bitcoin valuation, even if everyone is right, all the naysayers are right and Litecoin is dying, then we are most likely going to get a 0.01 Litecoin to Bitcoin valuation, which is a 3x in comparison to Bitcoin from here. As far as the timing is concerned, conviction and patience. If you don't have either of those, get the hell out of here and stop asking me if I'm still bullish on Litecoin. Brian Husted, stop it. Because all I'm going to do from now on is I'm going to point you to this video and I'm going to say, wait. All right, I'm sorry. This has been building up and Brian put me over the edge. You are not a bag holder. You are not a bag holder. I mean, the only reason I don't know what to call you. You know, if you sell, then you have lost, and you know you're gonna regret having ever bought Litecoin. But otherwise, you know, Litecoin is down 50% from its all-time, not from its all-time high, from its second half of 2021 high. What about Cardano? Cardano's down more than 50%. What about, you know, there's other cryptocurrencies I could point to. Polkadot. Polkadot is down more than 50%. The market is down. So of course, yes, Litecoin is down. Solana's down. You know, but come on, man. Dogecoin. This is why I wouldn't buy Dogecoin, by the way. I mean, we had this big paradigm shift. And now what? You know, now do we go back to normal? I don't think we're going to go back to normal. I think this is, you know, maybe this is it right here. Maybe this is how low Doge goes. That's the proper valuation for Doge. I don't know. I'm not touching Doge. I think a lot of things are going to outperform Doge over the next several months, couple years, something like that. So anyway, that's all I have for today. Hard talk. No hard feelings to any of you, including Brian. I needed to make this video so I could just point you to this video. And so I have to stop answering the same question over and over again. But nothing but love to all of you. Have a great rest of your day, week, month, etc., etc. Hopefully we'll see rockets soon. But if not, conviction and patience. Peace.